So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing Tito. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
So that's got things underway. Martinelli. Great defending, strong and determined. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Martinelli. Rice. Proves too strong. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. James. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Martinelli. Rice. There are a few waiting for it. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Cucurella. It's a good run down the left-hand side. João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandez. Cucurella. Fernandez. James. Now it's Pedro Neto. Time to deliver. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Martinelli. Saka. Saka. Timber. No way through, so back it comes. Odegaard. Tries a deft little ball. Corner then. And the keeper has it. Martinelli. Odegaard. Timber. has gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. James with the clearance. And it's Timber. An early chance there, first of the game.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And he'll shoot here!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Palmer. Fernandez. Rice. Timber. Rice. Timber. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Colwill. Caicedo. Colwill. Colwill shifted upfield. Calafiori. Saka tries to dink it through. Cucurella gets it clear. Climbs up big! Oh, not the best of headers. Caicedo. Fernandez. Caicedo. Chalobah. Fernandez. Colwill, gently done. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. João Pedro. Muscular approach does pay off here.
João Pedro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Martinelli. Calafiori. Calafiori made over towards the opposite flank. Timber tries making a foray down the right. That's very neat. So who's he picking out? Ødegaard. Turns and goes back. Clipped into space. Pedro Neto does really well to win the ball there. Fofana. Caicedo. Colwell forwards and with intent. Timber. Ødegaard. Rice. That's really well manoeuvred. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Martinelli. Vicious ball here. Martinelli is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Fofana. Chalobah aim forwards. Martinelli. Probing pass. Deftly away. That's a throw. Played into the middle. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Cucurella. Fofana. Palmer going full steam ahead down the left flank. Fernandes. And here's Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Can he finish? Oh, nearly. But nearly is nothing.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Oh, can he get onto this? Martinelli. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Rice. Tries a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
James. Pedro Neto. James. Played towards the other side. Timber cuts out the pass. Martinelli. Calafiori. Oh, nice touch. It's a pretty loose pass. Fofana, played towards the front line. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Ødegaard. Timber. Saka. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Chalobah. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. And it's played forward. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Calafiori. Rice. And he goes cross-field. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Martinelli. João Pedro. James. And it's James. João Pedro. Fernandes. Palmer. Rice. And playing cross-field, changing the point of attack. And that's put paid to a promising move. Fofana. Palmer. Fernandez shifted upfield. Colwell. Caicedo. Ødegaard. Incapuyi. Rice. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now. Could be danger here. Can he deliver? Timber's cross. Sanchez claims it, and the danger passes. Timber. He's in! Shapes to shoot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Fernandez. Pedro Neto. The referee's awarded a free kick. Palmer! Super goal! A finish right from the top draw. That was beautiful, something close to genius. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Arsenal, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their...
And a chance! Cucurella. Palmer looking to add to his goal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Calafiori. Martinelli. Clearly not happy with that. Rice. Ødegaard. Saka. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez. Cucurella. Saka. That is a brilliant interception. Palmer. Calafiori. Martinelli. Rice.
Saka really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Saka. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Saka! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Rice. Martinelli. He's having a shot! And a reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rice. Odegaard. Timber. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Palmer. Cucurella. Fernandez. Fofana. Looks to the other side. James. Caicedo. Fernandez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rice. Odegaard. Saka. That's a clever-looking ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez. Caicedo. Wins the duel this time. James. And it's Caicedo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Odegaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Saka. Rice, played out wide. Martinelli. Martinelli. Odegaard. Rice. Cucurella. Martinelli. Calafiori. Searching pass he's played there. Saka. Timber forwards and with intent. Saka. Great defending, strong and determined. calmly anticipates. Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. Saka. Tries a measured ball. Cucurella getting this one clear. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Fernandes. Fofana. Chalobah, gently done. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Saka. Martinelli. Rice. Saka. Saka proves just a little bit too strong. Chalobah can get it clear. Succumbs to the pressure. Fofana. Fernandes. James chooses to go cross-field. And it's Cucurella. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Nice control. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that's going to be a booking. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Saka! That's really well manoeuvred. Caicedo. João Pedro. Saka. Timber making good progress on the right-hand side. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And the keeper beats it away. Caicedo. James. Colwell. Moved on forwards. It's just beyond his reach. Saka. Martinelli. Fernandes. Chalobah. Fernandes. Caicedo, aim forwards. Saliba. Saka. Cucurella. Chalobah. Fernandes. Cucurella. Fofana. Caicedo. Fernandes. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Caicedo. Colwell. And he goes goes cross-field. Cucurella. Fernandes. Caicedo. Fernandes. Caicedo. And it's James. Great run on the overlap here. Now who's going to be first to this? Out again for a throw-in. In by James. It's a mighty effort! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Armand demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And now he has 2. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Pedro Neto. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Calafiori, now here's the delivery. Decent chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself? OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Timber gets over and intercepts. That's really well manoeuvred. Saliba. Saka. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Palmer. Colwell, gently done. James. Caicedo. João Pedro. And it's James. Lovely feet. James. And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. James clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Fernandes. Colwell shifted upfield. James. Colwell. Caicedo. Colwell. Caicedo. Fofana moved on forwards. Fernandes. Palmer. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Martinelli. Calafiori. Rice. And he's heaved it away. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. Saka. Rice. Saka. Saka played out towards the right wing. Goes for a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
it's played forward. Palmer. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Martinelli. And the shot! Ødegaard. Shot, surely! He can get that clear. Oh, that's neat. And it's Timber. And here's Saka. Lovely bit of skill. There's the shot! James. Fofana. Fernandes. Fofana played over towards the opposite flank. Rice. Martinelli. He's through here. Nice interception, well timed. Palmer. Caicedo. Chalobah. That's really well manoeuvred. Ødegaard. Martinelli. James. Fofana. Palmer has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Martinelli. Fernandes wins the duel this time. Caicedo. James looks to the other side. Cucurella. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto played out to the left flank. Cucurella. Saka. Martinelli. Martinelli. Showing good feet. Rice. That is lovely. Ødegaard. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. James. Caicedo. Caicedo shifted upfield. Rice have it back and can go again. Calafiori. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Palmer, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Saka. Rice. Ødegaard. Played towards the other side. Calafiori. Good play on the left-hand side here. Aimed in towards the centre. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance to play it in. And here's Saka. Takes a shot! Oh, taken with style. Right back in the game. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Chalobah gently done. Ødegaard. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Saka. Cleared without complication. Cucurella. James looks to the other side. Palmer. Fernandes. It's a throw-in. Rice. And it's Timber. Ødegaard. Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. James looking to run onto it. Out for a throw. Palmer. Now it's Schwell. Big chance! Steps it away! Oh, high quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well, he's just misjudged that one. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Played out to the right. The less said about that pass, the better. Martinelli, who's on a run down the left wing. In by Martinelli. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Moved on forwards. Nice physical challenge. Nkafuyu. Martinelli. Real chance! And for a moment, time stood still. responds to the pressure. Martinelli. Calafiori. Chalobah gets rid without sophistication. Incapuyi, and it's played forward. Colwell aim forwards. Fernandez. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. That's a cute ball. Cucurella. And here's Palmer. Muscular approach does pay off here. Rice. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Ødegaard shifted upfield. Saliba. Timber. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Referee's given a throw. Saka. Martinelli, and it's lofted through here. That's really well cleared. Colwell. Fernandez. Cucurella. Fernandez. And that is as far as they're going to go. Ødegaard. Timber. Saka. Timber. Oh, it's played into the area. And it's played forward. Fernandez. Half an hour played now. João Pedro. Caicedo. João Pedro. Looking for a decent ball in. James crosses. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Shot at goal! And the finish! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, they could be caught out here. Palmer gets a cross in. Pedro Neto. Incapié gets good distance on it. James. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. And it's corner. And it's Cucurella. And here's Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Cross goes in there. Great chance! Plenty waiting in the middle. Cucurella crossed in once more. Rice forwards and with intent. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Colwill. James. Caicedo. Goes for the shot!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Calafiori. Timber. Odegaard. Martinelli. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Caicedo, and he goes cross-field. Saka. Odegaard. Out to the left it goes. Calafiori. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And that was very necessary. Rice. Odegaard. Pedro Neto. Rice wins the duel this time. Martinelli, he can run onto that. Martinelli. Rice. James. Caicedo. Fofana. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Palmer. Cucurella. Cucurella. Can he deliver? It's run loose here. And that's a throw-in. Caicedo. And here's Palmer. Ball comes in. Keeper has taken decisive action. Can he stop it going out? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Timber tries to clear. Martinelli. Martinelli, gently done. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandez. James. James chooses to go cross-field. Saka. And here's Martinelli. Palmer. Fernandez. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Saka. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Is there any support? He might not need it. And here's Martinelli. Danger averted for now. They get a throw in. And it's Rice. And here's Saka. A chance to play it in. Calafiori looking up to see who wants it. Martinelli. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Moved on forwards. Ødegaard. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Saka. Ødegaard. And here's Saka. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's gone out for a throw-in. Time to deliver. Martinelli. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard. Caicedo. Fofana. Aim forwards. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Pedro Neto. James. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. James with the short one. And that has been clubbed away. Throw it. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, easy pickings there. Saka. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Fernandes. Fofana. Rice. Oh, good spread. Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Pedro. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Palmer. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Calafiori. Saliba. Fofana. Palmer. Fofana. Chalobah. Timber. Caicedo. Out towards the flank. Ah, such a clever touch. Hit into the middle. And he's there to clear it. And here's Saka. Saka! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Fofana. Colwell. And it's played forward. Saka. Out to the right. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And that is out of play. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Chalobah clears it away. João Pedro. Caicedo chips it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Rice forwards and with intent. Calafiori. That's good play. Martinelli. Out of play for a throw. Saka gets his head on it! Split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Palmer. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now that's well seen too. That looks a good cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, red, nice interception. Fernandes. João Pedro. Over to the left. Tries to cross. And he's there to clear it. That's a throw. Fernandes done delicately. Saliba attempts a clearance. Tries to get it clear. And it's Cucurella. Timber is there and he can get that clear. João Pedro. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Martinelli. Calafiori. Incapie, gently done. Calafiori. That'll be a throw-in. João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandes. Oh, sweet feet. Gabriel with the clearance. And he's there to get it away. Colwell. Caicedo. James, who does have an assist to his name, proves too strong. Martinelli. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Colwell. That's really well manoeuvred. João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Pedro Neto. He's onside. Looking for a decent ball in. Saka. Saka shifted upfield. And it's Timber. Rice. Rice. Martinelli. Calafiori plays it in low. Saka. Saka, and he's got back. Chance for a shot! Calafiori. Ødegaard. Rice. Ødegaard. Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? He is just caressing the ball. Played into the middle. Fofana gets it away. And he thumps it clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Calafiori. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Palmer. Fofana. Colwell. Fernandez. Fernandez played out towards the right wing. Ødegaard. James. Moved on forwards. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Palmer. Chalobah. Cucurella. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a good run down the right. Chalobah getting this one clear. Very nicely done. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard. Oh, it's come loose. Pedro Neto. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Timber gently done. It's a loose ball. Oh, shooting chance!
Saka usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Fofana. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. João Pedro. Played out to the right. Well read, and the danger is averted. Saka. And it's played forward. Saka. And he has been fouled there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense. It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much erased.
Correa, Palmer, Timber, Rice, and he shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't you?
James. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Header. Tried his hardest, but the cross asked too much of him in the end.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly.
He's had a shot! He has done it! And the second half is off to a flyer! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Palmer. Rice. And it's Timber. Martinelli.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Martinelli wins the duel this time. Rice. And here's Martinelli. Palmer. Fofana. Colwill. Fernandes. Fofana. Played over towards the opposite flank. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Saka. And the shot! Chance again? No. Martinelli.
Rice.
Martinelli. Spread out to the left. Fernandez. Cucurella. Fofana. Cucurella. Chalobah. Caicedo. Oh, good spread. James. James carries the ball down the right. And it's James. In by James. Gabriel tries to clear. Rice. Timber. Rice. Now then, the ball's come loose. Palmer. Fofana. Chalobah. Caicedo. Colwell played out to the left flank. Saliba. Rice. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Martinelli. And here's Saka. Saka! Could be danger here. James did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Saka. Rice. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Rice must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
Martinelli. Caicedo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Calafiori. Oh, it's played into the area. Palmer. Caicedo. James. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Can he get onto this? And he cuts out the supply. Gabriel. Ødegaard. Saliba. Timber. Saka. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's good defending, very good defending. That's going to go a long way. Saliba. Ødegaard. Saka. Ødegaard. Saka. And here's Martinelli. And it's played... Bullish header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Cucurella. Fernandez. Cucurella. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Rice. Timber. Saka. Timber gently done. And the ball is out of play. And it's played forward. Palmer. Fofana. Cucurella. Saka. Odegaard. Martinelli. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Cucurella. Fofana. Odegaard. Timber. Odegaard. Martinelli. That's really well manoeuvred. Fofana with the clearance. Cucurella. Caicedo. Colwill. Moved on forwards. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's James. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Calafiori. Rice. Odegaard. Saka. Odegaard. João Pedro. Palmer. Fernandes. Cucurella. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Palmer. Cucurella. And here's Palmer. Saka. Rice. Saka. Martinelli. Shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cucurella. Fofana shifted upfield. Saka. Martinelli. Over to the left. And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Timber. Rice. Odegaard. Aimed in towards the centre. Played in with purpose. Rice. Saka. Odegaard. Timber. Cucurella. Timber. Martinelli. No way through, so back it comes. Now who's going to be first to this? There are a few waiting for it. Calafiori, backward it goes. And the ball's come loose here. João Pedro. Nice looking ball. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Calafiori. Rice. Martinelli. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. It's run loose here. Gets it away. And it's Rice. Saka. Fofana. Oh, it's come loose. Saka. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Capier. Timber. Saka. Timber. Delivers with... Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Up he goes! That's a half-decent try.
Saka is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Cucurella. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Saka. Odegaard. And here's Martinelli. Pedro Neto. James. Colwell. Fernandes. Palmer. Fernandes. Palmer. Chalobah. Fernandes. Rice. And it's Timber. Now it's Saka. Saka! And he has kept it out somehow.
Saka clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rice. Martinelli. Odegaard. Timber. And here's Saka. Chalobah attempts a clearance. They've played it short. And it's Timber. Chooses to go back. Rice. Now it's Pedro Neto. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Timber. And here's Saka. And the shot! More pressure on the opposition goal. Caicedo. Colwell, aim forwards. Long ball, looking to counter. Saka. Timber. Rice. He can get that clear. It's Rice. Fofana tries to clear. Shot, surely! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Fofana, and it's played forward. João Pedro. Palmer. Fernandes. João Pedro. Palmer. He's found the way through. Skims one in. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Capuyi. Martinelli. Pedro Neto. That has found him in acres of space. And that has gone horribly wrong. Odegaard. Towards the other side, Calafiori, now he's off and running, and reclaimed it in a trice. Cucurella, Fernandes, Chalobah, Caicedo, Pedro Neto. Colwell, head over towards the opposite flank. Moved on forwards. Calafiori. Timber. And it's Timber. And they've got rid. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Rice, and he goes cross-field. Martinelli. Rice. Odegaard. Timber opts to play it back. Cleared without complication. Quarter of an hour into the second half. That's very neat. Rice. Odegaard. Arsenal are level. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pedro Neto. Nice physical challenge. Ødegaard. Rice chooses to go cross-field. Nkapie, gently done. Cucurella. Fofana. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Rice. Saka. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Fernandes. Palmer. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. Fofana. The pass has gone astray. Nkapie. Martinelli. Saka. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Caicedo. Fofana. And it's played forward. Timber forwards and with intent. Ødegaard aim forwards. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. James. Caicedo. Fernandes. Played into space out wide. Cucurella. Chalobah shifted upfield. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Rice. Martinelli. Ødegaard looks to the other side. Calafiori. Rice. Martinelli. And here's Saka. And the shot! Just off target.
Saka certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Colwell, gently done. Caicedo. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Moved on forwards. Palmer.
If they're happy keeping possession, fair enough, Peter, but it isn't going to help them pose much of a threat by keeping it there.
Fernandez. Fernandez played out towards the right wing. Can he latch on to this? Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Calafiori chooses to go cross-field. Timber. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Ødegaard. And that's a shooting chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Fofana forwards and with intent. Chalobah. That's really well manoeuvred. Rice. Martinelli. And he shoots! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Fofana, aim forwards. And it's Palmer. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Does really well to win the ball there. Ødegaard. Calafiori. Martinelli. Martinelli. That's a good run down the left. Arsenal have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Fofana can get it clear. That's Rice. Cross in, looks like a good one. And he's cut it out. Cucurella gets good distance on it. Caicedo. Fernandez, gently done. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pedro Neto. Colwell. Fernandez. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandez. Colwell. Caicedo. James. And here's Neto. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's played forward. Palmer. Palmer. Cucurella. Chalobah. And he goes cross-field. Rice. Timber. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Palmer. Fofana. Colwill. Caicedo. Odegaard. Calafiori. It's gone for a throw-in. Fernandez. João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto is having a shot! Danger averted for now. And it's Caicedo. Deftly away. James. And here's Neto. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Saka with a definite foul there. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Gabriel can get it clear. Odegaard shifted upfield. Nkapie forwards and with intent. Martinelli succumbs to the pressure. Calafiori. Palmer. Fofana. It's a loose ball. Odegaard has got himself a free kick. Odegaard. There's the shot! Same again, same outcome. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Now it's João Pedro. James, and he whips it in. And it's played forward. Saka. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Palmer. Cucurella. Fofana. Chalobah. Rice. Saka! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Arsenal take the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Palmer. Played out to the right. Rice, aim forwards. Now it's Saka. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Fofana. Palmer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saliba. That's really well manoeuvred. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Caicedo wins the duel this time. And that is a little undercooked. Arsenal have a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Caicedo. Good chance here! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Saliba, gently done. Rice. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Rice. Martinelli. Saka. Chance for a shot!
Saka just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
That has been cut short. Calafiori. James. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's played forward. Fofana clears it away. Timber produces a cross. Sanchez gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. Cucurella. Palmer. Fofana. They've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Martinelli. Fernandes. Palmer. James. Pedro Neto. James. Played towards the other side. Cucurella. Palmer. Oh, that's nice. João Pedro. Now it's Palmer. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Palmer. Pedro Neto. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Pedro Neto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can...
Can he finish?
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Might be danger here. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Pedro Neto gets it clear. Ødegaard. Calafiori. He is just caressing the ball. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Saka.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chalobah forwards and with intent. And here's Saka. And it's Timber. Ødegaard. Great challenge, timed to perfection.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pedro Neto. James. Colwell. Fernandes. Palmer. They'll have one final crack at it. Gabriel, and the keeper's got it again. Rice. Hincapié, gently done. Calafiori, head over towards the opposite flank. Timber. Ødegaard. Nkapuyi. That's really well manoeuvred. Calafiori charging forward down that flank. Rice.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
James. Colwell. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Lovely bit of skill. Lobbed in behind. And a goal kick. Rice. Calafiori. Played towards the other side. Defending of the desperate variety. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Cucurella. Cucurella looking for a run-up, and he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! He's scored! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the Juniors goals panel. And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that was very necessary. Who played through for the wide man.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's James. James, gently done. Showing good feet. So who's he picking out? James, and that's aimed into the middle. Keeper's dealt with that. That is lovely. Cross goes in there. Oh, what a... It's in! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and played it perfectly.
He's got four. That is remarkable. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Saka. Martinelli. Rice. Pedro Neto. Colwell. James. Fernandez. Fofana shifted upfield. And it's Timber. Saka providing an outlet on that flank. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
This was all about good movement in the box just to allow him to get to it.
Rice goes short. Fernandez aimed forwards. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, they could be caught out here. Moved on forwards. That's the throw. And it's Cucurella. Palmer. Oh, nice touch. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Capuyi. Calafiori. Timber. Odegaard. Martinelli. And here's Saka. Great defending, strong and determined. João Pedro. Arsenal look as though they're gearing themselves up for something pretty physical here.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where you've got to brace yourself for what's coming. They don't want to get bullied, so I think they need to show their opponents that they're going to stand up to everything that's thrown at them.
Nice control. Fernandez. And here's Palmer. Martinelli. Martinelli looking to penetrate opposition lines. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandez. Colwell. Forwards and with intent. Fofana. That's really well manoeuvred. Timber cuts it out. Rice. Martinelli. Calafiori. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's there to clear it. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Chalobah. Fernandez. Fofana, gently done. Now it's Palmer. There will be a throw-in. Fofana. Colwill. Calafiori gets across to intercept that. And here's Martinelli. Lovely, now the real chance! And yes, it's there! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
James hurtling down that right flank. Turns and goes back. Palmer! Out to the right. Pedro Neto. Now here's the delivery. And that has been clubbed away. Does really well to win the ball there. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Chalobah. Fofana. Fofana shifted upfield. Ball's gone out of play. Cucurella. And here's Palmer, and it's Cucurella. Can he get onto this? Palmer, oh, it's played into the area. Deflected behind for a corner kick. That has been knocked clear. Chance to shoot! And it's played forward.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Martinelli. Rice. Saka. Odegaard. Timber. Oh, sweet feet. A real chance! It's really well cleared.
Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Some good work on the right flank here. James. Fernandez. Calafiori, and he goes cross-field. Rice. Arsenal to make one last surge forward.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
5 minutes left on the clock. Very much into the last knockings. Saliba. Timber.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Looks to the other side. Calafiori. Odegaard. Arsenal desperately need a goal, and this could well be their last chance. Now it's Pedro. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Calafiori. Oh, such a clever touch. Odegaard. And it's Rice. It is now or never. And the finish! Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. There's the header! No, he's got that completely wrong. Rice. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Odegaard. Timber. Saka caresses it through. James clears it away. Here's the chance to cross. Crosses it in here.
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Colwell. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's a nice ball. Played into space out wide. That's good play.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Fofana makes the interception. Saka. So time is nearly up. One final twist, perhaps.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Martinelli. And it's Rice. Odegaard. Rice. Final seconds, this has to be it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Saka.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Pedro. Palmer. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Fernandes. Cucurella. Fofana. Chalobah. Fernandes. Odegaard. Rice. brilliantly cut out.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Muscular approach does pay off here. Saliba. Timber. Saliba. Rice shifted upfield.
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Fofana chooses to go cross-field. Rice. Martinelli knocks it out wide. Lovely feet. Rice has been caught there, it's a foul. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
He is through here. Plenty waiting in the middle. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Ødegaard. Saliba. Rice. Ødegaard. Rice. Saka. Rice played over towards the opposite flank. Saka. Ødegaard. Arsenal don't have many options and time is running out. Oh, that's incredible! So all square with almost no time remaining. Cucurella. The final seconds now. Colwill. Palmer looks to get on the end of this. Nice physical challenge. Fofana. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Saka. Nicely intercepted. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Colwill. Fernandes. Caicedo. Fofana, aim forwards. Martinelli. Timber. Ødegaard. Ødegaard, gently done. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Saka. That's a nicely weighted pass. James can get it clear. Saka. It really is now or never. They need a goal. Saka! Saka! Amazing! And that may just do it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Arsenal complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Cucurella. Fofana. Saliba. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. And it's James. Oh, that's neat. They are right into last chance territory. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Chalobah wins the duel this time. Cucurella. Caicedo. James forwards and with intent. Caicedo. Saliba. Odegaard. Moved on forwards. Rice. Not the most accurate pass. James. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Final seconds, this has to be it. Palmer! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Rice. Calafiori. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh, he's been flattened there. And it's Fernandes. And here's Palmer. Rice. Odegaard. Calafiori. Odegaard. Aim forwards. Timber. He's got space in the area. Martinelli. Oh, that's a fine challenge. João Pedro. Caicedo. James. Caicedo. Martinelli. Rice. Martinelli. Calafiori drives forward on the overlap. Ball is over the line. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Cucurella.
And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games. As your usual indicator,